The Texas Rangers are the 2023 World Series champions by defeating the Arizona Diamondbacks in 5 games, ending a 62-year drought, and that's their first title in franchise history. In his first season with Texas, manager Bruce Bochy won his 4th title in 13 years to the day after his first, which came in 2010 when the Giants beat the Rangers. He also won it all with the San Francisco Giants in 2012 and 2014. Welcome back to Sports the Air, and here are my way too early World Series contenders. The Cincinnati Reds. They were close on getting the final wildcard spot in the playoffs for the 2023 season. They just missed that final spot by 2 games. The Reds finished that season with a record of 82 wins and 80 losses. Truth is that the Reds are a team that mimicked what the Baltimore Orioles did, which they jumped from 80-ish wins to 100-plus wins, and the Reds should be on the top spot of that list. All of the rookies on the team helped contribute in a big way to Cincinnati's surprising success this summer, and it's a pretty long list, and the others should be ready to take the next step. The offseason priority. Even with all the young arms on the team, they would be smart to add a veteran starting pitcher to the mix. One who can make 30 starts and eat up 175 plus innings. Also, bring in a few more relievers to help bolster their bullpen. And with a friendly hitting home ballpark, there's no such thing as too much pitching. Depending on what the team does in the offseason, the 2024 season could be fun for Cincinnati. The Houston Astros. They made their 7th consecutive playoff appearance in a row this year. And in that time, they made it to the ALCS for the 7th straight time. In those 7 straight championship series appearances, they have made it to the World Series on 4 occasions, winning the World Series title in 2017 and 2022. Now it will be different without Dusty Baker as the head coach of the team. But of course, the team should still be in the midst for the AL West again, regardless who is the head coach next season. Both Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman are set to become free agents after the 2024 season. Depending on what they do in the offseason, there are long-term roster decisions looming, but at least for 2024, this is a roster ready to contend. The Tampa Bay Rays. They have currently made the playoffs for their 5th straight season in a row, and that's their longest playoff streak in team history. Last season was also their 2nd best season in franchise history, having a record of 99 wins and 63 losses. The Rays are a fun franchise that just keeps finding ways to win, and with the 2023 season, that was their 6th consecutive winning campaign. Can you imagine that if you think about this franchise in the early years, that was losing at least 91 games in each of its first 10 seasons? But that's totally true. The Rays have built a complete organization, designed to have as many replacements as the big club needs, at any position. So the Tampa Bay Rays should be at or near the top of the AL East again next season. The Seattle Mariners. Unfortunately, they missed the playoffs in 2023 after making it the year before. That ended a 20-year playoff drought. In the 2023 season, the Mariners had a record of 88 wins and 74 losses. And that was their 3rd consecutive winning season in a row. The Seattle Mariners have talent on their roster, but if they are serious about contending for the AL West title and a World Series championship, it's time to spend money now. At the moment, their 2024 opening day payroll projects to be only roughly $11 million more than the Tampa Bay Rays. Overall, the roster has the championship caliber core, but there are plenty of ways to upgrade it around that core. In the offseason, there will be tough decisions to be made, especially at first base, third base, and both corner outfield spots around Julio Rodriguez. And if the roster doesn't perform good enough to avoid yet another poor first half, that's on their general manager. Also in the offseason, their general manager needs to decide if Jared Kelenic is in the team's long-term plans. When healthy, the team was 50-55 when he played and 38-19 when he did not play. Depending on what the Seattle Mariners do this offseason, the 2024 season could be a championship season or could be a bust yet again. The Arizona Diamondbacks. They made their first World Series appearance this year since 2001. Unfortunately for them this year, they lost that series in 5 games. That was their second ever World Series appearance in their team history. And in that 2001 World Series, they defeated the New York Yankees 4-3. In the regular season, they had a record of 84 wins and 78 losses. And that was their first winning season since 2019. The Diamondbacks showed in the 2023 season what can be done on the big stage when a team adapts a style best suited to the type of talent on the roster. With their young stars on the team, Arizona has the foundation of a team that can build on for extended success of the 2023 campaign. In the offseason, the free agent market offers a lot of quality starting pitching options, and the Diamondbacks should absolutely be in that mix. By doing that will help the team compete with the Dodgers for the NL West title over a 162 game schedule. Though, there's work to be done this offseason to get the team there. The Los Angeles Dodgers. Unfortunately, the 2023 season for them was a disappointment even though they made the playoffs for their 11th consecutive season in a row, which is a franchise record. In the playoffs, they got knocked out right away in the NLDS by being swept by the Arizona Diamondbacks. And now they have failed to reach the World Series for their 3rd consecutive year in a row. They rolled to 100 wins again in the 2023 season, and that's basically become their baseline. And that was their 3rd straight 100-win campaign. In the offseason this year, the feeling is that the Dodgers need to make some bigger impact moves, more than requiring veteran players in their mid-30s. Which those players were all valuable, no doubt, but not exactly headline-grabbing. The Dodgers had by far the oldest group of position players in MLB last year. Their average age was 30.9 years, and the Marlins were the next closest at 29.4 years. The Dodgers will be good again, next year and for every year of the foreseeable future. But if they want to potentially win the 2024 World Series, it will depend on what they do in the offseason. The Texas Rangers. They won their first ever World Series title in the 2023 season over the Arizona Diamondbacks in 5 games. In their team history, they have made it to the World Series on 3 occasions, losing the previous 2 World Series appearances in 2010 and 2011. In the regular season, they had a record of 90 wins and 72 losses, and that was their first winning season since 2016. For the 2024 season, the Rangers will almost have all the core pieces are locked up, and they will get a full year of Evan Carter, whose playoff run went down as one of the best ever by a rookie. We currently haven't seen a repeat World Series champion since the Yankees won 3 in a row from 1998 to 2000. The Rangers might not be the number 1 pick on this list, but they are absolutely going to be in the championship conversation for 2024. The biggest offseason needs are find more bullpen pieces, more rotation depth, because you can't count on Matt Scherzer for 30 starts at this point in his career. Depending on what they do in the offseason will decide if they go back to the World Series or not in 2024. The Philadelphia Phillies. They were 1 win away from going back to the World Series for the 2nd consecutive season in a row. Unfortunately, they lost the final game to Arizona 4-2, and lost that series at the same time in 7 games. The Phillies finished the 2023 season with a record of 90 wins and 72 losses, and that was their 2nd straight season in a row with a winning record. Now at this point, the Phillies just want to make sure that they get into the playoffs, and that they are healthy when October arrives in 2024. Even with the loss to Arizona and the NLCS was very demoralizing, but it's not like that there is a total flaw in their roster construction that will lead to frequent playoff disappointments. In the offseason, one of their biggest needs is finding a closer. So, depending on what they do in the offseason, will decide if they could win the World Series in 2024. The Baltimore Orioles. They made their first playoff appearance in 2023 after not making it since 2016. In the 2023 season, they were the best team in the American League. Unfortunately, they got swept in the ALDS against the Texas Rangers. That season was also their second winning season in a row, and they had a record of 101 wins and 61 losses. The team got to elite status sooner than anyone reasonably could have expected. But now that they have arrived, don't expect their stay to be short. Baltimore might not hit triple-digit wins again, and a lot of things have to go right to get there. The things you have to remember are those young players who contributed to the 100-win season. And they are still on the uprising, and they could all be better next year and beyond. Now the team is built to have an extended stay as the AL East favorites in 2024, depending on who they sign in the offseason to help make the team even better. The Atlanta Braves. Even though they had a disappointing playoff run by being eliminated right away by the Phillies in the NLDS, they were still the best team in baseball top to bottom, with a record of 104 wins and 58 losses. And that was their second best season in team history. All of their core players that helped the team get to a 104-win campaign are all under contract through at least the 2027 season, some with club options. In this offseason, they should extend Matt Fried, who can be a free agent after 2024, and find more bullpen depth. The Braves have depth. But think about this, that Atlanta had 8 pitchers make at least 35 relief appearances last year. And 6 of those 8 were 32 or older by the end of the year. The team should think about getting younger in that area for the foreseeable future. So this team is built to compete for the World Series for the next several seasons. And I believe that they are the top contender to win the 2024 World Series. So those are my way too early 2024 World Series contenders. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Before you guys leave, please smash that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell if you're new to my channel. And if you love sports, this is definitely a channel for you. And also share this video with more sports fans. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Nathan. I'll see you guys all in my next video. Just keep loving sports. For more baseball videos, click here.